Techno update. Subscribe now.
iPad Pro 10.5 Review. Design. First off, the new 10.5-inch screen size means the tablet is slightly bigger than the outgoing 9.7-inch Pro, but, due to a slimmer bezel around either side of the display, in your hand it feels about the same. Width-wise it's almost the same as the outgoing model, but it's slightly taller, and that means your old iPad cases probably won't fit. Screen. Apple says that the new 10.5-inch screen here offers 20% more usable space than the outgoing 9.7-inch model, and you will notice that extra screen real estate. But, if you found the 9.7-inch too small, I don't think the extra 4/5 of an inch will really make much difference. Apple claims the larger display lets it include a full-size virtual keyboard, but for me it still feels much smaller than that. What's really special about the display here is Apple's so-called ProMotion tech that powers the 2224 by 1668 resolution IPS LCD Retina display. Performance. The iPad Pro 10.5 is Apple's fastest tablet yet, by quite some distance. Although, during my time with the tablet I often felt all that power was almost overkill, at least right now. Running the show is Apple's A10X Fusion CPU, which has an extra core when compared to the A10 Fusion in the iPhone 7, totaling 6, along with 4GB RAM. That's double the memory of the 9.7-inch version, but the same as the previous 12.9-incher. There is so much power here that comparing it to other tablets is downright unfair. In Geekbench 4, the iPad Pro 10.5 scores 9,300 in the multi-core tests, which is double that of both the Pixel C and Samsung Galaxy Tab S3. It also blitzes even the top phone flagships, with the OnePlus 5 and Samsung Galaxy S8 scoring below 6,800. Software. While the iPad Pro 10.5-inch is a great tablet now, it'll really shine later in the year when iOS 11 launches. iOS 11 is almost purely focused on the iPad, adding in a host of features that could finally turn it into the laptop replacement Apple desperately wants it to be. Camera. And does a tablet need a really great camera? Personally I would say no, but Apple clearly disagrees. The optics on this iPad are basically the same as the iPhone 7, which still stands up as one of the best camera phones around. It's a 12-megapixel sensor with a wide f/1.7 lens and a flash. The front-facing camera is arguably more important on a tablet, and Apple has upped this again to match the iPhone 7. It's a 7-megapixel sensor capable of shooting 1080p video, and the whole screen turns into the world's biggest True Tone flash. This is great for FaceTime calls, but I can't imagine many will use this for their selfies. Battery life. Battery life is one of the areas that hasn't received much of a boost this year, but it still manages to go the distance. Apple's claim of 10 hours video playback was a little conservative in my tests, and I found the tablet can easily last up to 11 hours.